Let's start with an introduction to user experience. What is user experience? Well, essentially, it is designing all aspects of a person's experience with a product or a service. Now, user experience has a different definition for a lot of different people. It has roots not only in design, or for us, graphic design, but also seeds from anthropology, psychology, and research. It's all about perception and human behavior. We need to understand what customers want. Why do they want our product? Why do they need our product? Why is our product the best? All of our assumptions need to be founded in research. What does the user need? And how can they use our product to accomplish this? According to Don Norman, who coined the phrase user experience, UX encompasses all aspects of the end user's interaction with the company, its services, and its products. So let's start by looking at an example. I want you to take a look at the Google homepage. We see a bunch of different ways to search, either by the web or videos or news and more. We can manage our settings, use advanced features, and learn about programs in the company itself. But why do we come here? What do we come here to find? A lot of times we aren't really sure, and we want Google to tell us. Now this design looks very simple and intuitive, right? Well, now let's take a look at the current Google design. This is simplicity at its finest. We have our search bar, and really that's it. We can get straight to business and do what we came here to do, and that's begin using a search engine. Now our experience is simple, it's intuitive, and everything we could do on the old homepage can now be done after our search query. This example shows us that improving the experience isn't about changing the look or adding new features. It's actually quite the opposite in this example. We're simplifying the process, and we're helping the user achieve their desired actions in the easiest and most unobstructive manner possible. Now, this may be noticeable to someone with a deep UX understanding, but to the everyday user, it's not so apparent. All they know is that they like it. They might not be able to tell you why, but when they land on the Google homepage, they just know what to do. They just get it. And that is what user experience is all about. We can break down digital design, user experience, into many different aspects, but I'm going to talk about just a few. The process. What steps do I have to go to achieve what I set out to do? The content. What information am I actually conveying, and how am I doing it? Usability. Can I actually achieve what I want? Is it straightforward, or does it require some digging around? UI. This is the aesthetic touch. How does it look? How does it feel? Designers get caught up here more than anywhere else in the process. And support. The user needs to feel as if an invisible guide is showing them where to go every step of the way, supporting them through their tasks. I want you to imagine a scenario. A common example UX instructors like to give is the improvements we've seen in e-commerce user experience. Now, in the old days, the process went something like this. You may have an idea of what you want when you land on the site, but you aren't really sure. You know that you've bought the product before and you loved it, but you can't remember what category it was under. After digging around, you finally find your desired product, and now it's time to buy it. So you pull out your credit card, you enter your information, your shipping address, you go through that whole checkout process, and then go ahead and pay. Well, what's the process like now? What is your experience like purchasing anything online? It's probably something like this. Now imagine logging into a website and immediately being presented with items you may want. The application or website tracks our behavior and makes suggestions based on previously purchased items. The item we came here to find is already right in front of us. All we have to do is select it and then click one-click purchase. Our credit card information is still on file, so no need to pull it out and manually enter the information. A quick verification of our shipping address, and we are all set and good to go. Pretty easy, right? In our second example, both the business and the user benefit from the refined process. The user can get their shopping done easily, quickly, and securely without having to dig around and enter a bunch of information. The goal of the business is to create a wonderful experience, an experience that brings the customer back time and time again. Good user experience for e-commerce just so happens to make spending money easier. Imagine how much easier it is to facilitate an impulse buy if the customer only has to click one more button. You always want to attempt to measure user experience impact in a financial way.